For all your TCG needs, make sure to check out SabaTCG.com. What's poppin', everybody? It's the Saber054. I finally have a proper Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel video to show you guys. Tele-Dad matches from 2008. The 2008 OCG format came on the special event sort of format Master Duel does. They've been doing these for over a year now, I think, and I've always missed them. They did like Gold format, they did 2014, Edison even like March 2010, I think. And I always just missed them. Every time they did them, I missed them. But I finally caught one for 2008, and I'm going to show you guys some Tele-Dad. So playing against Lightshorn, played against a lot of Lightshorn. It just seemed like everybody was using that deck. Surprisingly, I mean, you would expect it, but I also expected to see a lot of Tele-Dad and other decks, but nobody really used them. It's just everybody was using Lightshorn. Anyway. So this was a really quick match before I could even narrate it. OTK my opponent. When you get the nuts, you can do that with Tele-Dad. So that was easy. So game number 2, let's see what's up. It's going to be several matches for this video. And then I'll show you guys maybe with a different deck. I didn't mean to build a Tele-Dad deck from the beginning. I thought, okay, I'll do Destiny End, or I'll do Glad Beast, I'll do Lightshorn. But then every type of deck I was going to build, I just found out I was missing cards, and I don't got a lot of like gems and crystals to craft the cards in Master Duel, so damn, what's it gonna be, I'm thinking. And then it just so happened I got most of the stuff for Tele-Dad, so I built Tele-Dad. So good enough, it's gonna do the job. It's the best deck in the format anyway. Okay, so get a few swings, set my little magic drain there, and I've got Dark Arm Dragon in hand. The moment we drop him is going to be pretty good. Smashing Ground, gonna negate that, might as well. Force you to swing onto the Malicious if you want to kill him. He actually discarded an spell and then played Ectoplasmer too. So yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing. I think he also, okay, Threatening Roar. He had a Threatening Roar on the previous turn as well. And then when I stormed, he didn't activate it, which was weird. But anyway. So now that I know your back row is not torrential, I'm just going to go ahead and synchro, get my Stardust Dragon out as the damn sirens are going outside. Crap. And I'll pop the Soldier of Radiant Light, or the Ectoplasmer. Not Soldier of Radiant Light. He's going to play that right now, this card. And that's it. Pass the turn. So all I gotta do is just, I guess synchro, but just destroy the Soldier of Radiant Light with that and then go for game. And this is another just easy victory for us. But yeah, man, I'm glad they're doing this. I also didn't touch upon the news of the reverse decisions they've made for March 2010. I'm sure you guys know they decided that we're just gonna change the rules, and it's just gonna be the new rules and new mechanics, new erratas for an old format. But the backlash was so huge, they actually just went back on it and they clarified, okay, we're gonna have the Edison format, or the Time Wizard formats, I guess, because it's not just Edison. Have them with the old rules in real life, but in Master Duel, when they're gonna implement the Edison, it's gonna be with the like new erratas. So it does make a difference. I've actually noticed the differences playing the game, but it's not really so bad, to be honest. And I think Goyo Guardian, you know, you can't summon him. You need an Earth Tuner to summon him, but this kind of means that the Gaia Knight becomes the best 6, like generic for attack if you want to get him out to run over Stardust. It still does the job. You don't have to use Goyo. Gives you something to play that's different. Anyway, so Glad Beast, we're playing against Gladiator Beast now, another very good deck from the time. So this sort of classic matchup, Glads versus the Tele-Dad. Okay, so this guy is having the outs, he's getting his way so far. I'm gonna set the Solemn Judgment, and next turn, hope I can retaliate. He goes for the MST. Probably doesn't matter, because If I would solemn the summon monster, I would have been dead anyway. So I'm almost out of life points. 350 left. This guy's tacking out with a Glider to Beasts, but not really getting any value, the stuff he summoned. These guys also are sort of weaker with a weakened Rescue Cat. I believe Rescue Cat also got an errata some time ago. And the new effect. Would it still be good with Glider to Beast? I don't know. Back in the day, Rescue Cat was really broken with Glider to Beast. You bring out the Sam Knights and the Test Tiger and you get basically some free effects out of it. Okay, so go for my Synchro play there. Get the Armor Master, get Dark Arm Dragon, I'll pop everybody. And now I'm in control over the game. Plus he's like low on cards, while I got the better board now. You also need to keep in mind that the OCG 2008 format is slightly different than what we'd be used to in English, I suppose, like the TCG. Because Crimson Crisis, or at least several cards from Crimson Crisis, would be in Japan too. So you do have the original like 3 Blackwing cards, Gale the Whirlwind, Sirocco, Bora, and I guess Synchro Armor Master here. So these being around in the format does make a pretty big difference. Like I got these in my Tele-Dad deck, or at least Gale. So this guy scooped, we checkmated him nicely. On to the next game. And Telekinetic Power Wall, this is another one of my favorite techs that not a lot of people have used. I think I'm kind of like the person that just knows of its secret, at least now, or at least from back in the day. Now maybe more people know about it. But yeah, I like having this tech because even though Crebons or Crebons is the only target, your deck is so turbo, you know, you make your plays with Emergency Teleport and you synchro with Crebons, or you even discard them with Grepher. And then you can get like a mini Dimension Fusion, like multi-special summon through this spell card. And you can get a bunch of synchros out, so it's great. So Colossal Fighter, I'm just gonna block you with Crebons. It's pretty good. This guy's getting a lot of free value with the Light's Horn. Now let's see, how will I retaliate back? I'm gonna summon the Defender and actually go for a Synchro play here. I don't really want to leave the Luminous out. Granted, if he had Honest, it would have been bad, but I just try and make a swing, and I got Deep Prison for the Colossal Fighter. Hopefully this works out. We're sort of struggling a little bit here, but it's not over yet. So Pot of Avarice, gonna get that very great plus. Pot of Avarice was a 3 back then, and Light Sworn is a deck that benefits from it since they can mill cards very quickly. So you can sort of use it and try and get back Judgment Dragons that way. So successfully removed the Colossal Fighter with the Deep Prison. Excellent. And I'm gonna go ahead and get the Dark Grepher now. You guys are gonna see a really sweet play. Use this guy, and what would normally be a minus, it's now multi-plus. Get the double summon here. Lose a little bit of life points, but it's fine. And now with the Malicious, I can go for multiple synchros and likely gonna go for game against this guy. Or close. So I'll get my own Colossal Fighter here. Colossal Fighter is an important synchro to bring out against Light's Horn, because if you attack and they use Honest, they still kill your guy and then you won't be able to keep attacking, but you get your Colossal Fighter back, so it's obviously a great counter. So make sure I attack with Colossal Fighter, and then this guy scoops. Okay, another GG for the Tele-Dad. I mean, it is pretty broken though, I'm not gonna lie. When I talk in the comments to some people and I just use the Tele-Dad example and say that, oh, you know, Light Sworn and Glads, they were sort of in the same league. I mean, yeah, but this deck was really tier 0. Like, I see the difference now, sort of playing against real people again. Yeah, it's a lot stronger than both Glider to Beast and Light Sworn, even with at their height. So this guy's gonna bring out the Stardust Dragon, which is actually kind of a dumbass move. He brought that guy on his own while... did he get... I think he... yeah, I think he did get into Gaia Knight first. I could have like reborn the Gaia Knight to kill the Stardust, but I'm just gonna do it with Gale and then use my reborn to get his Stardust, so got that value. You gotta be careful. You can't just do whatever and just think you're gonna get away with it. And this guy makes another misplay here, using the Honest to run over the Stardust on his turn. But now you left the Gale alive and I can just reuse his effect to kill you. You should have killed the Gale, and then when I attack with the Stardust, then you use the Honest. So he's doing a lot of dumb shit, this guy. So now I'll just go for my synchro play. Drop the Dark Arm Dragon too, and it should be over really. So Colossal Fighter and another Telekinetic Power Well. So you guys can see that even something like Tele-Dad from way back then, it can flock the board. A little bit like a modern deck. The difference is though, if you lose your field, you're not coming back. It's not like modern decks where you everything you play just gives you a +1 or +2. If you mess up your plays with Malicious and then you Dark Arm Dragon, or you miss the opportunity to drop the Dark Arm, becomes dead, you got no way to win. Okay, so another GG for us, taking care of these dudes. All of these noobs, poning them. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit surprised. It was just a lot of bad players playing this format. Like even, like the majority of the decks that I played were Lightsworn decks. Everybody was just using Lightsworn. But I was seeing like the cards, the stuff getting milled and then their deck in general. And I'm thinking, why are you building the deck like this? It's almost like, man. Yeah, if I had the cards, I'd build it proper. Show you guys the proper way to use them. Like ultimately, I gotta be honest, Lightsworn, no matter how you build it in any era, like even in 2008, you could brick or you could run into issues. Like for example, with Wolf, if you run 3, you could brick. If you don't run 3, you run 2, you draw into them, then you still just sort of lost the value. If you run 1, it's just too few. You know, no matter how you go for it, you got something to lose. Okay. So, did kind of a gamble here, but I wanted to make sure I stopped this guy's summon, because I can just summon Plague next turn, go for a bunch of synchros, and then just finish him off, basically. It's going to be a GG against the Glads, too. So, since he used up the Torrential, I'm free to summon my guy, summon the Stardust. Got even more protection now. So, put the Mali back in hand, and he surrendered. Didn't even wait to see what I was going to do. Okay. Let's keep going. I really enjoyed myself, though, man. I'm glad they're doing this. I don't really want to talk about all the other bad stuff going on in the world right now, but all this bad shit is going on, and then for Yu-Gi-Oh, we get some good news finally. It's great, man. I mean, if they really just put March 2010 and just even go forward with other formats, I might just even like stop playing Pokemon TCG and just turn this into a Yu-Gi-Oh channel, at least for a while. But another Light Lord deck, Light Lords, Lightsworn. Let's go ahead and, oops. Okay, that was a misclick, I promise. It was by accident I did that. You should not attack like against this deck. If you can, you attack with Colossal against the light monsters, because if he had Honest, I was going to lose the Stratos. So thankfully he didn't, so it worked out. Gores too. You got to keep in mind the way you swing. Got to play around Gores too. Just try and minimize its effectiveness. So let's summon another Synchro. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for another Colossal Fighter. And go for the Reborn too to get Yugioh. So the reason why I'm doing this is instead of just getting the Stratos to get the +1, I just want to get this guy so that I make it for him more difficult to drop the JD. And even if he did drop the JD, to be honest, he's so low on life points he wouldn't be able to destroy anything with the effect. So it just works out. Pop the card as safe, broken with Lightsworn. And this guy suicides, just basically kills himself with attacking at the Colossal. So easy, very easy. Another GG for us. Okay. In the beginning, I didn't even know too. Like I thought, okay, you don't draw a card when you play first. So I'm just gonna, when I win the coin flip, force my opponent to play first. But no, you actually do draw a card. So they recycled that original rule. So the only difference, I suppose, is the card erratus. Like the new cards, like Brain Control, for example, is just so useless. I didn't even put in the deck. And the ignition effect, manual effect priority is how I call it. Besides that, I mean, it's the same old format. Okay, so if you guys noticed, I was going to go for a Synchro, but then I realized, you know what, it's likely just Raikou that's set. So I'm just going to attack with the Plague Spreader, and then he's just going to destroy something. He did destroy the Defender, which I shouldn't have flipped anyway, but I guess he kind of gave it to me. Now he's going to go for the Honest. So I lose the Bonds. But now I can drop the Dark Arm. He's going for a DD Crow. So I lose the Plague Spreader, but I can still destroy both of his cards. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Got to make sure they don't got a Lightsworn down for Celestia. That'd be pretty bad. And even though he's full life points, I got the better control here. Got more cards. He's going for the Avarice. I'm going to negate that 100%. It is a bit risky with JD dropping, but I can't let him draw 2 cards out of that. So just go ahead and do this, and he passes the turn. Beautiful. So gonna go for a swing. Gores drops. And I am gonna make sure with Gale to decrease the tokens so that he can't crash into the Dark Arm Dragon. And we're really dangerous with LP, for sure. My biggest fear is Judgment Dragon. But if he doesn't have that, it's my game. Okay, so let's go ahead, discard or remove to destroy Gores, get rid of the token, and I'll set the Defender and pass the turn. Alright, so close to going for game here, and I get the teleport, so I'm just gonna sacrifice, Tribute Summon Mally, go for a Synchro. It just gives me more darkness monsters in the grave, so Dad can pop the set card even if it's a Raikou, and then I just finish him off. So pretty good. This guy put in some work, made it pretty close, but we got the GG again. The power of Tele-Dad. Very good. So how many games do I got left? I don't know. I mean, I was playing just non-stop, and I decided I'm just gonna make one big video and show everything. I think like back in the day when I was making Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel videos, I aimed for like, let's say 14, 15 minute videos, maybe a little bit less, like 13 minutes. It depends on the matches. Sometimes it did go a lot longer, like with decks like Shaddolls and other decks that you would take a long time, the game would grind out. It'd be like 20 minutes too. But in the case of this, like Tele-Dad, matches, they finish pretty quickly. It's just a lot of them. Okay, so playing against another Light Lord deck. I don't know if you guys know, but the Japanese name is Light Lord. It's not Lightsworn. So I like to call him that too. It's a lot cooler when you think about it. Light Lord, Light Lords. Okay, so gonna go for the Armor Master. There's so much stuff you can do, man, even with this card pool. Like, I was thinking, should I just do like a Dark Creator deck, see if I can do something like that? All types of things you can do. But yeah, because it's Master Duel, we don't have all of the cards. Like, even me, I'm just missing a lot of stuff from the eras I care about. Like, for example, I don't even have like a second Judgment Dragon. Like, if I wanted to build Lightsworn to use in this format, I only have one JD and I can't craft another one. I mean, other cards that I'm missing, like Mirror Force, I don't have that. If I was to use it in a deck. Like other cards I noticed that are on the OCG ban list, I don't have. Like even Heavy Storm, I had to craft it because I'm thinking, man, I gotta craft this. I can only craft like 1 or 2 Ultras. I gotta do Storm, you gotta have it. Okay, so this guy's just doing some really suicidal shit here. I understand what he tried to do. He did this Herald of Creation play to get the Gorse back in hand, but you sacrificed a lot of life points to do this shit, and it's not even worth it because by the time you drop another Gorse down, you're going to be almost dead anyway. So I think he maybe realized that he just scooped. I was just going to go for a 6 Synchro, get the Gaia, run over the token, and then the other dudes, the Arrow Masters, were going to put in work. So, another Light Lord Lightsworn deck. I think this should be the last one. So I'll go for the Blind MST. Your 1 card, Storm, okay. And go for the standard Malicious Teleport play. Bring out the Colossal Fighter again. Like even some of the synchros, there's certain synchros that were around in Japan that we didn't have. Like Dark End Dragon, for example. I would have that 100% in this deck. But I don't have him in Master Duel. So we have to craft him. I couldn't craft him, so I didn't have him. But you do have a lot of options, like a lot of exclusive OCG options we didn't have. And the cards from Crimson Crisis too. Like, it goes without saying, like, if Rage and Battle was available, Black Winds were going to be the best deck, pretty much. Okay. So, milling some stuff, getting the free value with Wolf. But he didn't deal with the Colossal Fighter. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and shave off some of his guys. I won't be able to kill everybody, but I do want to shave off dudes. You can't leave Luna alive, man. There's just so much bad stuff Lightsworn can do when she's around. With Carter safe or just getting the Lightsworn that they need for play. So, summon the Herald, didn't do anything. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for broke here. We're going to get the Stardust Dragon. Excellent. Go for the Allure. Here comes the Dad. Perfect. So this might be like an OTK here. Just got a Summon Plague to make sure I got 3 Dark, because I had 4 before. Gonna go for the Storm since we're gonna go for it here. And it'll be another GG. Man, Dark Arm Dragon, just so broken. It just wins you the games, man, 100%. Wonderful. Okay. And I got one more game. This is going to be the last game. I left it for last because it's kind of funny. It's the only game I didn't win. Another really old, kind of a classic deck. Very risky deck. To be honest, everybody that uses, you're just trying to get lucky, that's it. Because you only have like 5 ways to search the Benkei. It's going to be the Benkei OTK. If you guys don't know what's about, you're going to see right now. You summon this guy, you equip a bunch of spells, and then you go for game basically immediately. But if your opponent has a bunch of traps or a way to just stop you, you've lost. In this case, I didn't have any protection, and he happened to draw the dude as well, so it's game over. But these are the matches with Tele-Dad, guys. OCG 2008. Hope you guys enjoyed it. My Yu-Gi-Oh players. Sub to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What